Wet weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field, see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. And looking to throw, Penix. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they were going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They'll throw with Penix. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's a 2nd and 5. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. But you look at this Bronco defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Here's Penix. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now Penix. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To the air, Penix. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. You look at this Niner defense, and this unit very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get...
And the Niners get there and bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
And pressure gets to him again. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Broncos are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Penix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. And he can't escape, and down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a 1st down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And given the elements, this might have been what we would have expected, Charles. Scoreless into the 2nd quarter.
The elements have definitely played a part in this game, a big part. And I think that both teams have been a little slow to adjust their playbook and start playing to whatever their strengths are in these conditions.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Back to throw here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee. Here's Cam Akers. And they'll get this down to the 10. 16 yards, a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a 2nd and 10. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Oh, stays up. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tyreek Hill. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hit.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. Second down and 6 now. They'll go play action here with Penix. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Penix working out of the gun here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll look to throw again. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cam Akers, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. McLaughlin for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Hill going to go in motion right. A little jet sweep to start the drive. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
He'll get it once more into the hand. And a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, all these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Second and 6. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Operating from the gun, Penix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing again, Penix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball is going to come out to the 40. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A play fake. Now Penix on the move to his left. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 66 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. He'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. And now here is another interception. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On second down, here's the option. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick. But let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
2 yards on the pick up there. It's 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They're going to try and throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's got this down to the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards. 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kyle Pitts, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to cut into that deficit. So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Penix. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Let's go.
Here's Penix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Stopped up shy of the 45 despite some pretty powerful running.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Now Penix. They're going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tyreek Hill, his third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Niners on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. In motion comes the tight end left. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The 71 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 31 yards there and a first down. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Now they'll run him. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Broncos.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Go, Rick. Go. Set.
They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check. 19 tight.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.